All About Scabs by Janichila Yagu. I wonder if I can pick it off the scab. I wonder if I can. I really want to. Don't pick that scab! You really shouldn't pick scabs. Why not? Scabs itch when you touch them. They feel rough. It just makes you want to pick at them. I think it's okay to pick this kind of scab. Eek! Are you sure? Have you ever had a scab? Once I skinned my knee and it made a scab. When I picked off the scab, blood started dripping out. It was scary. Look, I have a scab on my knee right now. When I scraped my arm against a wall, it made scabs where I skinned it. At first there were lots, but gradually they disappeared. After my shoe rubbed against my heel, it made a scab. Here are my heels. Here are my scabs. One big one and 4 little ones. When I fell down and skinned my face, it made scabs next to my eye and below my ear. I even had a few on my ear. When I scraped the skin under my nose, it made this kind of scab. Ah! What is a scab actually made of? Is it hardened blood? Is it some waste material your body is trying to get rid of? I say a scab is a lump of flesh. Because it's flesh you pick at. It's pick flesh. Get it? Pig flesh. Since the scab forms where the skin bleeds, maybe a scab is just blood after all. My scab is paper thin. Could it be paper? Maybe a scab is made of something like poop that comes out of the sore. It's a poop sore. Oh, you say everything is poop. Look, my scab is hard and thick like a cookie. I wonder if I could eat it. I once ate a scab. Yuck.
Do you eat your scabs? I'm wondering.
No.
Good.
A scab is made out of blood. It's hardened blood. That's why it's reddish in color. Blood doesn't clot when it's circulating inside of your body, but when you hurt yourself, it bleeds, and then that blood tends to harden. Plasma and fibrin are in your blood, gathered at the surface of a wound. They thicken the blood and make it hurt. Ow! It stopped bleeding. The wound bleeds. Plasma and fibrin clump together. As they increase, the blood gets sticky. Plasma and fibrin cells stick together, and the blood gets thick and hardened. Here's plasma and fibrin cells are drawn and very large to make them easy to see. Actually, if you lined up 1,000 cells side by side, they would only be about this big. When your blood thickens and gets hard, it makes a kind of cover on the wound so that the blood can no longer run out. This lid of hardened blood that forms over the wound is the scab. What happens underneath the scab? Once I did look under a scab. There was red and yellow and white spots, and the flesh looked very raw. It was scary. If you pick this scab, it will look like this. Yow! It looks horrible. In the horrible place under the scab, new skin is quickly forming. But until it's completed forming, the scab stays in place. If we magnify the skin that covers our bodies, it will look sort of like this drawing. Holes where sweat comes out, hair, and top layer of skin, which will rub off as dirt in your shower. Thin blood vessels, nerves, fat forms here, and hair grows here, and sweat forms there. In in the skin, there are places where sweat and hair are formed. Also, the skin is full of nerves that feel it's hot, or it's cold, or it hurts, and so on. As our skin is teeming with tiny blood vessels called capillaries through the blood circulates. The very top layer of the skin is a little tough. It keeps germs from getting in. I know there are holes here where the sweat goes out, but I can't see any holes. The skin works very hard to keep out germs like us from getting inside the body. Too bad. But when the skin breaks in, we'll get in. It's bleeding where I scraped my knee. The skin is broken. Oh no, now germs can get in. There's nothing to worry about. This kind of scratch will stop bleeding in just a little while. The hardened blood will form a scab and keep the germs out. Make sure to rinse off any mud or dirt around the wound. The skin is broken where it's scraped. The blood vessels are broken, so it's bleeding. And the nerves are split too, so it hurts. Now the blood is clotting and the scab has begun to form. Finally, the scab completely covers the wound. The scab keeps germs from getting into the wound, and the white blood corpuscles have gathered around too. They are part of your blood. Their job is to fight germs. Now that the scab has completely covered the wound, new skin forms beneath it very quickly. At a certain point, the scab will fall off naturally. The scab's work is done. 5 days ago, I skinned my knee. The new skin must have already formed under the scab. It looks like it's almost ready to fall off, but not quite. Just a little longer. Now under construction. Hey, the scab's gone. Must have fallen off without me knowing. Look, Mom, my scab's gone. You're right. Your skinned knee is now good as new. The place where the scab fell off is pink and smooth and a little puffy and swollen. It feels weird. Gee, I miss my scab. Maybe I'll get another one soon.
Thank you.